Well, good morning, everybody. Highlander58 here. It's a beautiful morning. It's March 6th, 2016. This is day 6 of Highlander58 on the AT. I made a mistake in the title of my video I posted last night. It should have said days 2 through 5, because I took that 0 in Blood Mountain Cabins at Neel, and today is the start of day 6. So weather's great. It was in the 30s this morning when I left Neel Gap. I left at 7:15, and according to the weather people, it's going to be in the 50s today, maybe the high 50s. There's still a little bit of water on the trail, a little bit of unmelted snow, but it's a great day. It's beautiful. So I hiked out of Neel Gap. I've been hiking about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm coming down off of Cow Rock Mountain, down a gap. It's Nati, Tesnati. Hang on a second, I got a little mud here. So Cow Rock Mountain is a little over 3,800 feet up, and I'll be coming down into, eventually later on in the day, into Hog Pen Gap. And once I get past Hog Pen, I'm going to be in some area that I've already hiked in one of my pre-hikes going down into Unicoi Gap. So I'll be familiar with a lot of the camp spots and a lot of the water sources there. So there's 2 shelters I can stay at, and there's a really nice camp spot that I stopped at and had lunch. And so I have those options. It depends on how far I get today, how I feel, but I want to try to go as far as I can in 8 to 10 hours. And I resupplied down in a little bit down in Neel, and I should be good for the next 5 days or more. No aches and pains today at all. I've got my braces on, ankle and knee, and they're doing fine. I haven't had any problems at all. I passed probably 30 hikers since I left Neel Gap, and they were all getting up and getting ready to hit the trail north. I guess north, most of them. And I can't believe how many people are out here already. I had no idea. I thought I was getting an early start. I guess if I had started in February, I would have hit a bubble or 2. So I've got another whole group of people coming up behind me. They're going to be hitting the shelters. So I'm pretty much leaning toward just campsites until I get into an area I can take another 0. Not sure what that's going to be yet. Just depends on a lot of factors, but right now I'm feeling pretty strong. Don't want a night hike yet, still not ready for that. So anyway, I will check back in a little later and let you know what's going on. Have a great day. Hey everyone, just a quick update. It's still Sunday, March 6th. I just came down, actually I went up from Tenasti, I think that's how you say it, I don't know, that gap, up Wildcat Mountain, and for a little mountain, that kicked my butt, man. You go to some crazy elevations real quick, about 1,000 feet, to go a mile, and you come down into Hog Pen. Just came out of Hog Pen, and my next goal is to hit Poplar Stamp Gap. It's about 4 miles, and it's just now 11:15. Been hiking 4 hours, and I think I've done just under 8 miles. So I'm not sure the distance. I don't really care, but I feel good. I'm down in my short sleeve t-shirt. It's warm, it's 52 degrees. We got blessed with a warm sunny day after that nice inauguration of rain and snow and cold and wind. So I'm going back up now. So I'll check back in a little while. I'm loving this stuff. Having a great time. Wish you were here. Time for another Sunday, March 6th update. It is 3 o'clock, and came out of Hogpen Gap and hiked up to Low Gap Shelter. Trying to get my miles in today because I feel pretty good and I'm able to take advantage of the weather. Right now I am trying to get to Chattahoochee Gap. It's a nice place. I have been there, and there's a trail that goes up to Brasstown Bald right there. There's a small camping area, and then right past that, maybe another 45 minutes or so, is where I took lunch on my Unicoi Gap pre-hike, and after that is Blue Mountain Shelter. I do not think I'm going to make Blue Mountain Shelter today. I was pushing for Blue Mountain Shelter. Just don't think it's going to be in the cards. I'll be close. I'll be within maybe 1.5 miles to 2 miles, but I think I'm going to run out of time in daylight. I am getting tired. I'll let you know how many miles I did when I get into wherever I'm going to camp. I may stay at that campground there that I mentioned a second ago. If I don't think I can make it to Blue Mountain Shelter. There was quite a number of people in Low Gap Shelter, but I have not been passed by anyone since then. That was a couple of hours ago. Nor have I seen anybody in any of the camp spots along the way here. So I'm kind of figuring they're all at Blue Mountain Shelter, big bubble of hikers there, or they may have gone into Helen already to spend the night there, maybe take a zero, I'll get back on the trail tomorrow. I was thinking about taking my next zero at Dix Creek Gap, I believe. There's that top of the Georgia hostel, I think, something like that. I can't remember the name. Where a lot of people recommend, and it's supposed to be a really nice hostel. I may go there, and we'll see how I feel. But it's been a long day, and my feet hurt a little bit. No blisters, no real hot spots, and no cramps. Knees feel fine. Weather's been perfect hiking day, and I hope we have the same tomorrow. And these are the days you savor, and this is when you want to get your miles in. I could have done that yesterday, because yesterday was the same as today. But I tell you what, just relaxing in that cabin, having a nice meal, I got a hot bath, having my laundry done for me. That was awesome. So I'll check back in when I get to my camp spot for the evening. I'm taking a break here on top of Chattahoochee Gap, and the coolest thing just happened. I was walking up and there was these two thru hikers standing up here chatting and having a drink of water. One of the guys looks at me and goes, "Hey, aren't you Highlander58?" I kind of wondered when I might meet someone who has seen my videos or subscribed, and a couple of the guys I remember them saying they were going to be hiking the trails. I want to keep on going because I think I can make my campsite before too long. Well, good morning, everyone. Highlander58 on the AT. It's March 7th. It's a beautiful day. It's about 9:15, and I just left Blue Mountain Shelter. Stayed there last night. I got in there about 5 o'clock, and I checked my mileage, and I realized I had done 18.8 miles that day, yesterday. I was exhausted. I guess I was just trying to see how far I could go in one day. I don't think it was the smartest thing this early on, but I feel pretty good this morning. I have a little bit of tenderness in my left Achilles tendon, but I put a little moleskin across the back of it for extra padding. No blisters. My shoulders feel great. Legs feel great. When I got to Blue Mountain Shelter, there were probably 20 plus hikers there. Shelter was full, and there was I'd say at least 10 to 12 tent hikers and 6 or 7 hammock hikers. So there's quite a lot of people out here on the trail right now. mentioned earlier, I'm still surprised so many, and it seems that they all arrive at the same place with the same goal about the same time. So I'm trying to slow down a little bit and pace myself so I can have a little solitude during the day. But anyway, I already lost a glove, so I looked down and realized that one of my gloves had fallen out of my pocket. So hopefully a hiker behind me will pick it up and bring it into camp. If not, I'll get another pair. It's definitely need my gloves, so I've got another pair of bike gloves. They're fingerless, but and that won't help me during the real cold times. By the end of the day is hiking. I will have officially completed 1 week on the AT, and kind of hard to believe. I'm gonna keep moving on, get down into Unicoi, pick up my pace a little bit.
Sodas and stuff, and I just leave them on the trail. Like, I'm always in the trailhead, you know. Yesterday, I don't buy beer for the hikers, but some hiker left a bunch of beer in my car. Yeah. And I showed up to a gap the other day, and there was 4 Germans hiking through hiking. Yeah. And I was like, "You guys are German?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Well, hello everyone. It's Highlander58 here. I'm sitting on top of Trey Mountain at Trey Shelter. I got my camp spot all set up for the evening. We left out of Blue Mountain Shelter this morning about 9 o'clock. At least I did. Got here about 2:30. It was about 8 miles. That climb up out of Unicoi was tough. But coming down into Unicoi, we got some trail magic from a gal named Mudslide and her mom. I had a banana, an apple, some strawberries, and some water. A couple of more people recognized me from my channel. I'm tired today. Climbing out of Unicoi, then climbing up Trey Mountain was very, very tough. It was extremely slow going. After doing 18.8 miles yesterday, I decided I wasn't going to push any longer. So it's beautiful out here. It's probably 49 or 50 degrees, the sun's shining. I'm supposed to have good weather tomorrow as well. And the game plan is to hike down into Dix Creek Gap. It's about 9 miles in the morning. We're going to do that. I say we. There's a group of us. I'm not with them. Everybody says they're going down there. I think I'm going to take a 0 in Hiwassee, because everybody who's been in front of us and who's behind us is saying they're going there. So I hope to be in North Carolina by Thursday. You know, I'm not pushing it. You know, my camp spot's right up at the hill there, and everything's ready to go. I'm going to cook some food, and I'm going to go to bed. That's what you do out here. You cook food, and you go to bed. And you get up early, and you walk. And then you stop, and you set up, and you cook food, and you go to bed. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to thank everyone for their comments so far, and the encouragement and the advice. I think I'm doing pretty good. And things are becoming easier for me. Setting up my tent, laying out my gear, planning for the next day, getting into bed at a decent time, getting up, packing out, and heading out. So I'm getting into a routine, I'm getting into my groove, and I know that in another week it'll be even better than it is now. But this is the end of my first week on the AT. This is the end of day 7. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night. Good morning, everyone. Highlander58 on the AT. It's March 8th. It's the beginning of week 2. It's about 8 o'clock, and left Trey Mountain Shelter about 7:30, about 4,000 feet up. And today's goal is to make an 11-mile hike down to Dix Creek Gap, and I'm going to be staying at the hostel. top of Georgia, Mountain Hostel, I believe is the name. I keep forgetting that name, I don't know why. But staying there, I made reservations last night and slept good. Wasn't too cold. It's about 42. A little colder with the wind chill, but slept great. Got up early, got packed up right at sunrise. And took my vitamin B, had a little breakfast, cold breakfast. Now I'm on my way. So, second week on the AT. I feel pretty good. Hey everyone, Highlander58 just checking in on day 8. I'm approaching Addis Gap. It's about a 4,000 foot climb out of the gap. It's very warm right now. The breeze is blowing, but they say it's going to be a high of about 66 today. I don't know if it's going to make it that high up here, but it certainly is warm. Feeling pretty good, making great time. Hey everybody, Highlander58. Another update on day 8. Just reached the summit of Kelly Knob. It's over 4,000 feet. And I'll tell you what, that climb kicked my butt. It was tough. We left the shelter, Trey Mountain Shelter this morning at about 8 o'clock. And it's almost 11:30, so it took us about 3.5 hours. It was tough. So I'm heading down now to Deep Gap Shelter, gonna water up and head down into Dix Creek Gap.